Hello everybody, this is Lodge, and today I'm going to talk about another game that I think you should know about. And a couple months ago, I did a video about Lost Soul Side and why you should know about this game, so this video is kind of like a sequel to that with another game, but this game is going to be Metroid 5, or as more people know it as, Metroid Dread. And this game was revealed in the E3 2021 Direct, it's just one of their bigger games. And yeah, this is a pretty big game because this was actually kind of in the making for 19 years. Like after Metroid Fusion, they of course were like, let's make another sequel, but then they were going to make it for Nintendo DS, but they're like, this isn't powerful enough or whatever to get the full scope of it. And yeah, and we've kind of known about the name itself being Dread since like Prime 3, whenever that came out, probably like 2007. Because there was actually a little like info thingamajig, I don't know what they're called. You can like scan it and it said Metroid Project Dread is almost complete. And if that was 2007, that was honestly 14 years ago. Which is honestly kind of crazy. That was whole 2 game system generations gone. But yeah. And so this one's big just because made by Mercury Steam. They were the guys who made Metroid 2 or remade it and made it Metroid or Samus Return. And yeah, and that one looked good. And honestly, it's good that they're doing it. And they have Yoshio Sakamoto as kind of like the producer, and they had like a Q&A with him in the Nintendo Direct, and he seems like he's like excited for this game, which is always good. Having game developers that actually want the game to do well, I think is always a good backing, especially when they're like up high in the chain of command. And yeah, and according to him, it seems like this is the exact same kind of like story and design that they wanted 15 years ago when they were kind of starting to develop the game. So it's good to see that somehow Metroid Dread has lasted the edge of time in terms of, yes, this is what we want to do. And yes, we'll make this game finally. And it's just honestly crazy because we haven't had a core Metroid game since like Other M, and that was like what, 2010? So yeah, it's just honestly crazy, and the whole entire trailer looks really good. So yeah, I mean, some of the colors I think are kind of weird. Like the white for me, just like some things are like too white. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more of a fan of the pixel art type stuff rather than the models, but the model looks good. And this is honestly seeming to be one of the bigger Metroid games, because it's already topping like Amazon shops and stuff. So people want this game, people know about it, and hopefully if this game does well enough, like we're already getting Metroid Prime 4, and that was kind of the thing Metroid fans were like hoping would be good. Like it would boost the popularity, because a lot of people know about Metroid, but no one really buys it, you know? Like Samus Returns only got like 500,000 of sales, but that was on like a dying platform. And yeah, it's just going to be really interesting to see if this game does well, how much more Metroid will get, because it's obviously never going to do, at least right now, it won't do as good as like Zelda will do, but if it does at least break some of those barriers in terms of like how many sales I can get, we can get a lot of games from this. And a lot of people I know will really like this. And yeah, and if you're wondering, hey, you said this is Metroid 5, should I get it? Am I gonna be lost? Is there gonna be 4 other Metroid games? According to them, no, this is a good one to start at. It's probably you'd appreciate it more if you had that 4 other games to go off of, though you can only really get 1 and 3, that being the original Metroid and Super Metroid on the Switch. Though if you wanted to, you could get Metroid Zero Mission, which is kind of the first one remade, and I think it's the better one. Samus Returns, being the second one remade. Super Metroid, which is the third one. And Metroid Fusion. And the first and fourth one are on GBA. And yeah, I think you should honestly kind of look for it. If you are interested, like if the trailer looks cool and you're like, man, I want to play this game now, you can playing Super Metroid is probably going to be the closest one in terms of like that Metroidvania. I know it's kind of weird since this is the Metroid part of like the finding stuff, and yeah. And if you're wondering, hey, Prime games, how do those fit in? They're not exactly spin-offs, but they're kind of like to this main story arc. It seems like they're spin-offs, you know? Like Sakamoto-san said that, hey, these Metroid Dread's gonna be the last of this arc. You know, this 5-game arc. So Metroid Prime is kind of gonna. You don't need to play those games. Hopefully the trilogy comes out to Switch someday. Hopefully when Prime 4 comes closer to our hands. But yeah. I think you should get this game, or at least check it out. Check out the trailer that I've been playing through the video, because it's really seems to be a good game, and the series is good. Like, it's not like these games have been selling bad because they're bad. Well, some of them. Like, one of them in particular, probably. But yeah, I think you should give this series a chance. And that's why I think you should know about Metroid Dread. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like, leave a comment, I guess. Let me know if you think this game's good. And yeah, hope you liked the video and have a good day. Goodbye.